It seems a little odd to get involved in YouTube politics this late in the game, but I really can't stand by and be quiet anymore. I'm watching my country get destroyed. I'm watching an extreme polarization happen from both sides of the political aisle. What we're facing isn't unprecedented, but it's definitely unprecedented for most of our lifetimes. We're genuinely watching the burning of Rome. And honestly, I hear a lot of people talk about how, hey, they're ready for it. Let it all come to an end. Let that meteor come. Let the rapture come, etc., etc. To me, it's just a coward's way. It's the cowards talking. We need good men and women to start standing up for this country. And I believe that there's millions of us that do not buy into the political fervor of either political party. I believe that there are many of us that don't want to live in a secular communist nation, nor do we want to live in a Christian theocracy. We want to live our lives of freedom, but lives in which we do take care of our community. I'm not a man that has all the answers. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just trying to raise my kids and do the best by them that most of you are. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've messed up. I have not followed my intuition all the time. Just a human being. And that's all of us are. And every single person is just living their life according to their own experience. But we've become trapped in a system that makes us want to see everything in a very black and white way. And life just isn't that way. And I think we need to come together. Those of us that are not living in the political echo chamber. We keep ourselves out of it for the most part, except for maybe when it comes time to vote. But we don't flood our lives with this stuff. And you shouldn't. It's not a healthy way to live, to be constantly listening to the media and TikTok and Facebook and all this stuff and just completely absorbing this political filth. We can fix it. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. We have allowed so much damage to happen to our country that I don't see a way in which it will be fixed easily. We're all going to have to suffer in one way or another in order for it to happen. But we can't be the generation that lets Rome burn. We have to become the generation that saves it and keeps it going for future generations. And hopefully be an example that when this comes back around again in 3 or 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 generations, that they'll be able to look back at us and say, look what they went through and they were able to fix it. Our founding fathers went through a lot to found this country. And though we haven't always been perfect, we have always had a system that has allowed us to better ourselves, both as individuals and as a society. We've absolutely lost perspective of who we are, what we are, as a people, as a nation, as individuals. We're a combination of all this stuff. No man is an island. It's a Stoic quote. I can't remember if that was Epictetus or Marcus Aurelius, but no man is an island. We like to think we are sometimes, but we're not. So I'm not really here to try and convert the lefties or the hardcore theocratic Christians on the right or anything like that. I'm here to reach out to those of us that aren't buying into any of this, who believe that there's other ways, who believe that our founding fathers believed that there were better ways for us to come together to fix things, and that it doesn't have to be so black and white. You know, so much of this has all been reactionary. You know, it's reactionary to what the conservatives and stuff have done for decades, and it's reactionary to what the liberals have done for decades, and it has been an absolute disaster, and the communists have absolutely gotten their claws into the education system, and they have won in a lot of ways. If you look at it, they've won. Our nation has become a cesspool of ignorance, stupidity, anti-Americanism, etc. They've won. They've won the battle. That doesn't mean they've won the war. And hopefully we can come together and eventually turn this tide. There are people waking up. But unfortunately at times they're waking up and they're going to the other extreme side. I don't want to live in a secular communist country, and I don't want to live in a Christian theocracy either. I want to live in a nation, and I want my children to live in a nation. I want my grandchildren to live in a nation where freedom, both on an individual level and on the communal level, is never in doubt. So as I keep posting more videos, try and keep most of them short, because I know people have busy lives and our attention spans are getting shorter. I hope you guys will keep up with it. And just know I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to help us find perspective as a society, as a country, to realign ourselves once again. Thank you.